Hi, what if I told you this simple one-page website here was built for less than $100, and within a year period it was able to generate upwards of 16 leads, 16 form-filled leads. And basically that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video and how you can get this done such that every morning you wake up, you get a customer to call your business completely free from Google without having to spend so much amount of money. So let me tell you about Sarah. She runs an HVAC business here in Texas. Every single month, she writes a check for $2,000 to Google and Facebook. And every single month, she gets that feeling, that sick feeling in her stomach. You know the feeling I'm talking about. It's Sunday night, you're looking at your bank account. You just spent $2,000 last month on ads. You got some calls, sure, but half of them were people price shopping. The other half, they picked the cheapest competitor anyway. And here's the worst part. Next month, you have to spend that $2,000 again, and the month after that, and the month after that. It never ends. Sarah told me something that stuck with me. She said, I feel like I'm renting my customers and I don't own anything. The second I stop paying, the phone stops ringing. If you've ever felt that way, this video is for you because I'm going to show you how we got 16 qualified leads for a local business without spending a single dollar on ads. And more importantly, how you can do the same for your business, irrespective of whatever market it is you are in. So basically, we're able to generate upwards of 16 leads between the period of January and October of this year, 2025, from this simple one-page website targeting people looking for gutter guards installation in McKinney, for gutter McKinney, gutter clean McKinney. That's a website there again. Best gutter service McKinney on page one of Google. Professional gutter repair in McKinney. You see our website right here again. For seamless gutters McKinney, you see our website right here. So for multiple search queries, our website keep popping up on Google. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what we did and what you could also do for your own business. This works for any local businesses, no matter the industry you're in, be it if you're in finance, if you're an accountant, a CPA, if you are a tax preparer, if you are a process server, if you own a junk removal business, if you're a divorce attorney, a family law attorney, if you're a chiropractor, whatever service it is you render, this works exactly the same thing. So what really happened in McKinney, like I said, I did this website in November of 2024. I wanted to test something out, so I was able to show you with proof of concept that this basically works. With just $15, meaning the domain name, and another thing I'm going to show you in the video that we bought for $75, we're able to get this website ranking on the first page of Google for multiple queries within the industry. So let's get down to exactly what makes this business rank or what makes this page rank on Google. The first thing is we bought an exact match domain. We bought an exact match domain for this business. Sorry, please, just hold on a bit. So we bought an exact match domain for this business. What is an exact match domain? An exact match domain basically means you imputing the core service you render plus the city in which you render the service in the domain name. You just have to include those two things. So either you could remove this Joe if whatever modifier it is, expert gutter McKinney, your name, your company's name, but ensure you include the core service and the McKinney and the city in the domain name. That's the first thing we did. I will tell you a reason why we did so, because Google tends to kind of love that exact match domain. It gives that hyper local signal to Google that this website is specifically for this specific service and in this particular location. The second thing we did was include the title tag. So the title tag, still the same process. The core service we render, the related services, and the city. Basically, that's all we did. And this is what appears, and this is exactly what appears when you search on Google. And this is what appears right here. When someone searches on Google, the title tag is what appears right here. You want to ensure that that is visible everywhere on the website. The third thing we did was also include the very core service we do, gutter installation, then related services, and the city in the headline, which is the H1 tag for people who are not so tech savvy. So the headline is basically what you put on your page to tell exactly what this page is all about. So take for example a newspaper. What's the headline of that newspaper? That's exactly what this thing talks about. So upon reading the headline, you understand exactly what the page is all about. Then the very first paragraph below the headline must also include the core service plus the location in which you serve, and that's basically all we did for this first section. The second section is our service section. This section is where you put all of the services that you render, all the related services that you render. You want to include them right there. In our case, gutter replacement, repair, cleaning, downspout, and gutter guard. So then you talk a brief about each of them, at least just to give Google a bit of context to whatever it is you're talking about. Then the other section is why they should choose us section. This section simply informs Google or informs the user who's browsing the page but you're a reputable company. If you're licensed, you want to include it right here. If you're insured, you want to include it right here. If you offer financing, you also want to include it right here. If you have recognition or award from whatever context or local businesses, you also want to include that. If you're family owned, you want to include that. If you are a veteran, you want to, like, everything that makes you trustworthy, that someone could actually get in business with you. That's what you want to include in this section. And the second to last thing we did is it frequently asked questions. So I want to answer questions that users who are looking for your services are often asking Google to give them answers to. So I want to cover all of those answers right here on our page, the questions and the answer itself. And Google has given us a trick code on how to get all of these answers. So if you search a particular search string, let's say we looked at this one here, water maintenance services in McKinney. There's this section they call people also ask questions. So these are the kind of questions people are actively looking for and you want to cover on your website. And when Google sees all of these questions and answered on your website, they kind of look like, oh, this website is super relevant to this specific query. So they kind of don't have a choice but to rank here. So the questions come in this format. This is a very generic one. So you want to make it super focused to your city. So in this case, you will say, how much will it cost to have my gutters cleaned in McKinney? What month is the best for gutter cleaning in McKinney? How many times a year should gutters be cleaned in McKinney? Is gutter cleaning really necessary in McKinney? Like, you really want to make it hyper focused to the city in which you service. Then the last we did was include a zip code. The zip code basically gives Google more context as to the location in which you are in, and the zip code is the best way to do that. You could also include landmarks within the area. And basically, that's all we did for this website to get it ranked in the on page itself. It's a single one-page website, and it cost us 16 leads within a year's period, and the very first lead came October, and the last lead here is October 22nd of 2025. So that's all we did. The next thing we did was got our website mentioned on multiple directories, up to about 400 directories right here. We got it mentioned here. And you could do this out for yourself. You could go to individual websites and sign up specifically for them. Or you could hire the services of Mohammed Wahid on Fiverr. It does this for $75, 400 local directories. And it does it really well. In 3 days, you've gotten all of the links and all of the logins to actually cross-check each of the listing that was listed right there. So that's something we just did. $75 here, and we bought the domain for $15. That's $90, and that's how we're able to generate 16 leads. If we were to pay for these leads on a normal day, we will spend anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 just to generate these leads alone. And that's what we got for $90. And if you do $90 divided by 16 leads, that's $5.6 per lead. That is absurd. It's way below but this is the cost per click in the industry. Like, someone clicks on an ad, that's the cost per click. So usually when people go on Google to search for a specific service, a lot of things happen from when they click on the specific service that they're looking for to when it starts to when someone clicks on your website. So when someone searches for, let's say, gutter guards McKinney, you see there is this very first section that pops up, the sponsor section. So organic websites who wants to pay Google to actually feature here, this is where they pay Google to feature here. The second spot is this organic search. These are people who Google has deemed worthy of Like they fulfilled all the requirements to getting featured here. So these are the sections. This is where we want to rank. The organic side of things is where we want to rank. So imagine going through all of these businesses. Sometimes you have up to 4 sponsored posts. Let me see if I could give you an example. Sometimes you have up to 4 sponsored posts. Okay, like in this case now, I searched for the dumpster rental contractor in Mobile, Alabama. You can see on the sponsored result, you have one business here, two, three, four. Four businesses entirely. Then there's another one here, five. So like there are right 5 businesses on this page, all of them competing. So imagine you were to start paying for ads for all of this. That could reasonably deplete your money very fast. But if you can get all of these things going for less than $100 in our case, but in your case, you definitely have to get a domain name. You will get an hosting for a year. You also build out the citations. Mind you, there are things we didn't do with this website that could have even generated us even more leads, meaning that if we had done them, we would have gotten even better rankings for some of the queries that we don't rank position number 1 or position number 2 for. Like this one ranked position number 4 here. This one ranked position number 3. For this keyword, we're ranking position number 10. So if we had done a press release simply means a newsworthy article that a website gets mentioning your business on. Then they link back to your main local business website. And we use a service for this, King's Newswire. That is just $70. And you get 450 guaranteed placement. This is a must have if you're a local business owner. It kind of sets that foundation for your local business. Google sees you as relevant. Google sees you as someone who's ready to do business. It's important because a lot of websites, big media outlet like Fox Media, NBC Media, CBS, all of them are mentioning your business, including a top big brand like Digital Journal. All of them are all mentioning your brands, their website. So that's something we should have done, and we would just go with this $70 one because it gives us the best return on investment for our money. Another thing we could have done was also issue out uh, backlinks consistently every month, and we use my mentors on Jackie Chow. He offers backlinks, could be niche edits or guest posts. He does this from anywhere between $74 if you're buying bulk or $90 if you're just buying a single domain, a single guest post or backlink. It's pretty effective, way more effective than the press release and the citations. But those ones you have to do them because those are the foundational links that you have to include in the website. So basically, if we're done maybe 1 or 2 of these every month, yes, it will definitely raise the prices of things up, but definitely it's a must have and you would definitely get even more calls. Another thing we didn't do with this website is for each of these services, we could have included them on a different service page such that that specific page is dedicated to just gutter cleaning, a dedicated page to just repair, just like as we have this on page here, but we have dedicated pages for each of these services that we render in the city, and it kind of gives a good understanding that okay, this is the core service that you service in that particular area, and it helps us expand our reach. So that's something we would have done. Another thing we would have done is put an active phone number here. An active phone number would have generated us even more calls. Why? Not so many persons fill out a form, and our case we're so lucky we just got people filling out a form every every other month. So it's something we could have done better. Then I think the last thing we could have done is also okay include location pages like nearby locations that we serve, and we could get this by looking at the Google Maps. We see towns like Prosper, Roland, New Hope, Lowry Crossing, Pristine. I think Fairview, yeah, right here. So these are all surrounding cities that we could have targeted right on our website, and we could give ourselves even better chance to rank in those cities and pass on the leads to a contractor. So basically, those are the things we could have done to drastically increase the leads from 16 leads to upwards of 50 to about 70 leads, all coming in just a year from just doing very little things possible. So all of these things is something you can do with your website. So why small business website beats this bit, guys? Now you're thinking, okay, but isn't it hard to beat Yelp and Andrew with all this big site? No. Like I said, Google rewards local businesses with exact match domains. A site called Gotas McKinney, shortly served McKinney, is going to rank than a Yelp's generic Gota page for McKinney. We say this over and over. A small business site beats Yelp. Angie's List. They even beat big franchises like Brothers Goddard. Why? Because Google knows that local businesses provide better information for local searches. Your site homepage is focused on that core service and in that city. Yelp is trying to rank for everything everywhere. You would win them every time. So if you're also trying to rank for more cities, one thing we've tested out and we see that it's working already, and it did work for McKinney Gutter. So if you're targeting surrounding cities, well, we usually advise you just build out an entire domain for each of the cities and try not to link them together so that you don't get penalized by Google for as a private blog network. So you have individual pages following the same system, spending how much is it? $224 to get each of these set up. And this could generate you upwards of 1 to 3 leads every month. And that could just literally guarantee you anywhere between 14 to 35 leads every single month across multiple locations that you service. So this is what the site structure is going to look like. You have the home page, which targets your very primary keyword. You have the service pages, you have the inner service pages, then you have the location pages, you have the nearby city inner location pages. And yes, you could also create service pages for each of the nearby locations too, but you have a gutter repair. So you have a gutter repair in Allen, gutter repair in Prosper, and so on. But here's the key thing: the inner pages help, but they don't do the heavy lifting. The home page does. That's why we clone the entire strategy with new domains instead of just adding a bunch of pages on one website. Google favors on-page targeting specific cities. It's harder to rank inner pages, much harder. So we give each city its own home page and its own domain. Why this beats ads every single time? So let's talk about the real difference between this and paying for ads. With ads, you're paying per click. Every single person who clicks costs you money. So let's say I decide to click on this ad now without even buying. Google has already charged this business owner. So sometimes it happens like that, and that drives your cost per lead way up because some persons are just clicking to see sample of your landing page or whatever. But those clicks are gone and Google has collected your money already. With this strategy, you pay once upfront, $24 per site, do it yourself, then the site works for you 247 month after month, year after year. Sarah, the HVAC owner I mentioned earlier, she spent $24,000 per year on ads. She could build 100 sites for that price. Now, I'm not saying ads are bad. If ads are working for you right now, keep them running. Use them to fund your website that will build you a very good lead machine that you own specifically for your industry. Then you can slowly turn down the ad spend as the organic leads start to come in. The goal is to get zero ad spend. That's when you truly own your lead source. The do-it-yourself versus the done-for-you path. There are two options right here. You could do it yourself, like I mentioned. It just costs $224 per site. You just have to watch this video over again and understand exactly what it is I did. We'll give you the blueprint. The domain is going to cost you $15, hosting $24 per year, citation $75, press release $70. You have to index all of the links from citation and press release. That's $20. Then ChatGPT content, $20 per month subscription, and you're basically good to go. You do the work, you follow the steps, you build the site. It takes time and some technical know-how, but it's doable. Then option 2, we do it for you, hands off. All you have to do with us is okay. We do everything from hosting, content, citations, press release, the whole system. The cost is higher, but we get things done the right way and done faster. You focus on running your business while we focus on getting you leads. What happens after the sites are built? Here's what most people don't think about. Building the site is just the start. The real magic happens when you optimize for long term. When you work with us long term, here's what we do. We help optimize your Google business profile. We update your profile every single week. New posts, respond to reviews the right way, managing your listing. Review system, we build an automatic system that collects reviews from happy customers. More reviews means better rankings and more trust. Missed call text back. Every site gets a unique tracking phone number. When someone calls and you miss it, you automatically get a text back. Then we follow up with an AI sequence that automatically books the client. Your sites get a chat feature that books appointments on autopilot. It answers questions, qualify leads, and get them scheduled 24/7, even when you sleep. Google changes its algorithms all the time, so we stay up top of the updates and keep your site updated with the current ethical means to actually rank your site. Customer management will help you manage your customers effectively and run campaigns when you want to promote other services you offer within your niche. Think of it like this: the sites get you in the game, but this ongoing service they keep you winning. So for the next 90 days, let me paint the picture for you. It's 90 days from today. You've got three leads. You've got three of your city live and ranking. You wake up one morning and check your phone. There are two new form submissions from the weekend, both qualified, both ready to quote. You didn't pay for any ads this month, $0. But your phone is ringing, your calendar is filling up, and you own this traffic source. That's what freedom feels like. We have three spots open this week for our risk-free Google Business Optimization trial. You only pay after you result, no upfront costs, no risk. The same resources we used for this website, like citations, press release, exact match domains, also make Google Business Profile stronger, so you're building two lead sources at the same time. You can start with the do-it-yourself path for $224, or we can discuss our done-for-you service and how we handle everything for you, so you could get the optimum results. Book a call with us this week. We'll look at your market, your competition, and map out how many sites you need and which cities you need to target. No pressure, no sales pitch, just conversation about what's possible. Because here's the truth: you are one decision away from never worrying about your next customer coming in. The phone number is in the description below. Book a link in the description, pick one, and let's get started. Thanks for watching and see you on the call. So if you find this video helpful, I want to thank you first of all for staying to the end. And if you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section and I will answer them going forward. Thank you for listening and bye-bye.